Everybody poops, and that's a great thing. Unless your daughter, who's almost 2 years old, doesn't. And we as parents are trying to figure out why, what can we do to help? So today we want to show you some of the things that we are doing and cooking to help her with that.
This is so stressful to me. I feel like I have been in the kitchen nonstop, more so than normal, because I'm like trying to get her to eat because she's in that phase of kind of like not wanting to eat, kind of picky eating, and it's just been overwhelming, and then trying to get enough fiber. So I want to share first a few things that we are doing to add into some of her foods, and then we will show you 3 to 4 meals that she actually is eating that's full of nutritious food. So first, everyone talks about dates, like give your child dates. So I pureed some dates and I try and put that in whatever she will eat. And honestly, she just doesn't really seem to eat a lot of it, and that's stressful. And then pears is really high in fiber, so I've tried to add that to some smoothies, which she wouldn't eat smoothies until just a few days ago, so now she is, so there we go. This is what we used with our oldest when he was going through the same thing, is ground flaxseed, which is really good, and I put this on everything, whatever she is eating.
And then we have these 2 little supplements, if you will call them. We have this little pack of prebiotics that we put in her bottle once a day, and then this is called Kids Bowel Mover Toxin Remover Pooper. And we just put a few drops of this in her bottle as well, a couple of times a day.
We have changed, so she does not have whole milk anymore. Now she does almond milk. Hopefully this will help. We did this for like a solid week and we didn't quite notice a difference. Maybe it just needs to take time. Honestly, I just think if we can get her some good foods, and there's a fear factor going on. So there's a lot of just holding. I think she's actually getting some pretty nutritious food, but she's holding it because she's had a few tough times. The last thing that we have resorted to putting in her bottle is Miralax. Don't want to do this long term, and honestly I don't even want to do it, but I also don't want her in pain. And I have not done this, but I did buy it. I still want to read up on it. It's just a daily fiber. It's simply 1 ingredient, all natural, helps your digestive system. I've thought about maybe replacing the Miralax and trying this, but I also feel like I'm trying a lot, and I'm not going to do this, but I do have it on hand for sometime.
So that's a look at some of the things that we are adding into the foods, but let's look at the actual recipes that we're going to be making today. We are making a sweet potato waffle.
So we have a 1/2 cup of almond milk,
1 cup of oats.
then there is a cup of steamed sweet potato. I tend to steam them and leave them in the fridge. They last for several days, and then you can use them when you need. Then we are going to do literally just a pinch of baking powder, and I just eyeball all this. I never ever ever measure, and I just do some cinnamon, a little nutmeg.
2 eggs. I can't even crack an egg very well. That wasn't bad.
No,
I did okay.
Not shabby.
Someone said there's a secret. You just drop.
Hurry, get it in there.
Shoot. It's not a very good secret, apparently. Let me wash my hands.
Baby is sleeping. I'm going to go blend this up real quick.
We forgot to mention just a pinch of vanilla extract in there as well. Now Ellie is blending it.
We're gonna be able to save a lot of this for this week's breakfast. We make a waffle out of it. So we're gonna spray our little waffle iron with some pure avocado spray. And then at the end, I do just the bare minimum of maple syrup over it. I've even not done maple syrup, and I take some coconut oil and put coconut oil on it. And she eats this up. She eats it all. She likes 2 of them. And I love that she's eating really good food.
It's really encouraging to make something like this and see your kid eat it when they have fought so many other things before. So based on what we made, how many do you think this will make?
6, 7.
So you could get a few days worth of sweet potato pancakes for a toddler out of this recipe.
Totally. I don't think I could get my big kids to eat this. They will eat pretty much everything else I make.
I spilled a little bit of the puree on the towel, and now my scene is messed up. Do I just fold it over like that and put the plate here? I don't know.
Fixed.
Well, I guess we're gonna wash the dishes anyway. There we go, right on top. Now you'd never know.
Okay, we can try to look at it. There we go.
Ooh, fluffy sweet potato goodness.
Okay, we're gonna hurry and taste test this awesome waffle. When I've made it for her, I just eat them too, because I might as well just do it. You can cook it a lot longer than you think, because it is pretty moist with that sweet potato. But honestly, it's really good, especially with the cinnamon. And then if you really want to add syrup, she is hot. Add some syrup if you want. Literally, she wouldn't know the difference, and I love that she's eating this, so.
We are going rapid fire. We are already on to the next recipe.
This is super easy and simple. I made it this morning, actually, so this is the only one that's not tried and true, but she did eat it, all of it. So I'm like, I'm gonna hurry and add that to today's video because she actually ate it, and it's a great way to get in some veggies. I shredded some carrots, shredded some zucchini. We're gonna put 1 egg in there, and then I put in a different seasoning this morning, which was fine, but I ate it and I didn't love the seasoning. She ate it, but she really loves everything bagel seasoning. I'm just gonna add some of that in there too. She will eat some avocado toast, but like I said, it's like one day she's good, one day she's not. So just hurry and mix that egg with the veggies, with whatever seasoning you want. And then we're gonna literally cook it up like little mini pancakes.
Ooh, I sense a theme going on here.
Jared just said, he's like, oh, sorry, I'm not really much help. I do most of our family cooking. Jared does a ton of the grill. He does ribs and steaks, and he does help in the kitchen, but I would say for the most part, especially when it comes to feeding our toddler, because I am with her most of the day, I kind of come up with what we're gonna feed her. I will say, I think cooking is not very hard for me. I enjoy being in the kitchen and baking and cooking. It's the mental load that just is really tiring for me, because I'm just like, well, what am I gonna feed everyone? And it's extra hard when you have a toddler that's going through that phase of just being picky. One day they like a smoothie and then the next they don't. So we try and get what we can get. This is not gonna flip this. Just like the waffle, you kind of cook these a little longer because there's a lot of moisture in there, especially with the zucchini. So I just kind of like let it sit. So you flip it over like a little pancake. It looks like an egg. So I think by the look of it, a lot of toddlers actually won't want to eat this, but thank goodness she did eat it. I was really happy she ate these this morning, especially knowing they are really good and nutritious. They do not look appetizing, so I really do wonder if a lot of kids would not eat it, but she ate 2 really big ones right up. Honestly, it's a toddler food. It's whatever.
It smells good.
Yeah.
That's not bad, it's egg.
I know, it's a weird texture.
Egg and seasoning?
I'm glad she ate it, but this is an option for you.
I don't mind that one bit.
Now we're gonna make my absolute favorite meal for her, and it's so good. The whole family eats it. Like, you would hope that whatever you feed any kid or any adult, the whole family can eat it. Like, there's no such thing as just toddler foods, but this is just me trying to sneak in some things for her to eat.
Certainly helpful when the whole family can do it because you're just knocking one less thing out of the way.
Jackson last night was eating carrots, loved it, just whole carrots. She obviously is not gonna sit and gnaw
She's not gonna be Bugs Bunny.
on a flippin' carrot,
Yeah.
so it's a good way to get them in.
So this right here is a lentil pasta soup. You can use gnocchi, you can use pasta, just whatever you guys want, even like macaroni. All of this together tastes so good. The whole family loved it.
It's so good, it blew my mind. So you can use 2 cans of tomatoes. Jared and I bottled these tomatoes, and I think that's honestly why it's even extra good, is because so good. So I'm using my bottled tomatoes, but you can use cans. You'll want some red lentils, some seasoning. This is an Italian herb one that I have loved.
Obviously, because it's gone.
It's empty. So I got this one, which is just like Italian seasoning. You would think it's the same thing. There's something about this that I really love, so I'm gonna have to reorder that. 2 cloves of garlic, some gnocchi, and then a little bit of Parmesan and cheddar cheese shredded. Let's go over to the oven. I've got my water going for the gnocchi. I'm going to start the heat on this, and I am going to crush up 2 things of garlic. Let that be in for just a minute with some olive oil. This is a garlic herb olive oil. So I'll just let that kind of sizzle for just a second. I'm going to get it.
No, wait.
I gotta get it.
I mean,
Hurry.
oh, thank goodness. that could have been really embarrassing.
Well, when I made this the other day, I had to put it under hot water because it's really sticky from when we bottled it. I am hurrying and mixing some of the tomato so that it's not so chunky. But honestly, it doesn't matter because we're gonna blend it anyway. What am I thinking? Okay, put in the tomato. Don't splash on your shirt.
You're brave to do it.
There we go.
Right. Yeah.
We wanna get this boil. Get that boiling. You're gonna fill a little bit of your can or jar of water. So there's a little water in there. You're gonna add some of your Italian seasoning, any other seasoning that you want. It's not the same. I can already tell just smelling it, it's not the same. What was it about this? Oh, there's a little left. I can salvage like a few. The red lentils, this is a really good source of fiber and iron, and it's like the hidden ingredient. And I'm doing probably almost 2/3. It's literally eyeball it. It's technically, I think, like a can of tomatoes and a third lentil, but this is more than a can. So now I'm gonna mix this and just put the lid on it for like 15-20 minutes. I'll get my gnocchi cooked or your pasta or whatever you want to add to it. I'm gonna let that simmer and we will come back and blend it. We have about 5 more minutes until that is done. I'm just gonna throw in my gnocchi now. I made this last week twice because we all loved it so much. And I used tortellini. Today I'm using gnocchi. The lentils have been cooking, and so I'm going to dump it over the sink so I don't splatter all over myself. I'm gonna put it into the blender. And I'm gonna go blend it up. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Look how creamy that is. I tell you, we have eaten this as a family a lot. Like, this is the 3rd time I've made it, and we'll eat it for dinner tonight. So you have your sauce, you have your gnocchi, and then you can put some cheese in there. You don't have to add cheese, but it definitely makes it really yummy. So I love giving this to her because this is a lot of fiber and iron, and it is so dang good and cheesy and saucy. Wanna come over here and we'll take a bite together?
Sure.
I'll get you a spoon. Cheers.
It's very hot. It's so good. It's just rich and creamy. All of the things that Ellie's already said.
I swear it's gonna be one of my favorite meals to make all winter. Like, I love it so much.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of like grilled cheese and tomato soup.
Yeah.
It kind of has that all in one. So that's really nice.
So definitely make this for your kids, and you'll have to let us know if they eat it. And honestly, you should just make it for yourself too. We're on our last quest now to get our child to 1, eat, and 2, hopefully go to the bathroom.
Last but not least, we have the smoothie. And who doesn't love a good smoothie in the morning? I think we have one just about every single day. And this one is geared towards helping our baby. Typically for your base, you'll have like milk or water or something like that. We normally use almond milk, but we're gonna use coconut water today because it is so hydrating. And like as Ellie said, we kind of just eyeball all of this stuff because it's really hard to mess up. We have about a cup of spinach leaves, about a cup of blueberries, and then we have this banana. And this banana looks a little gross, but
It's almost ready for banana bread.
yes, exactly. Bananas are a good natural laxative after they've passed their ripe period. So this is actually a good look for the banana in the smoothie. So we're gonna put that whole banana in there.
It's like a jumbo banana too.
Yeah, oh, getting pieces in there. No one likes the bottom of the banana.
It's always scary.
Get rid of that. Yeah. And if you want to make your smoothie a little bit more filling, you can add some oats to it. But today, we're not going to do that. We're going to keep it simple. If you want to make sure the smoothie's cold, you can add frozen berries or even ice. But we've got our blender ready, so let's go blend it up and take a taste test. All right, before we drink it, take a whiff of that.
Yum. That banana's
Smells
gonna be
good.
amazing. We'll just do a little tiny taste test.
Yes, and
Save the rest for her and the boys.
because there's coconut water in it, I don't want Ellie to have a ton.
I get migraines if I drink a lot of coconut. It's so good. It's so good.
It's really, really good.
People make fun of us, like our friends make fun of us, because we like warm beverages.
You like warm beverages. I'm gonna hit the elevator button and I'm gonna go out of this conversation because I
Okay,
do
this
not
is
like.
me, not Jared. I like, come back up here. I like warm beverages because I can just like get it down easy. This is up my alley, but we'll put it in the fridge for the kids later. And I like that it's like super runny, like some people like thick smoothies.
The oats would be helpful in making it thick. Adding ice would help with that as well.
This is like where I would add some of that pureed prune or just regular prunes in there or a pear. But like I said, she's not been eating smoothies until literally the last few days. So
it is funny to see her pick and choose the things that she likes and doesn't like, because one day she will like a smoothie and the next day she's like, I can tell you put pears in that and I'm not gonna drink it.
How?
She's not even 2.
I swear their senses are like,
on high alert.
yes.
Are you sneaking
yummy.
something in that will help me go to the bathroom? Not today, Sonny.
It's like, oh, my parents are trying to take care of me? What?
I have to give mad kudos to Ellie because she has taken this under her wing, especially taking care of June with this struggle that she's been having. And I'm so grateful that you're able to take the time and do that for not just her, but our whole family. So thank you for coming up with these recipes, finding
You're
them,
welcome.
and making them.
Tried and true. We've been doing a lot of different ones, and these are the ones that she actually eats. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.
Bye.
Bye guys.